All right, you've heard from mainstream media all about illegal settlements located here in what they call the occupied territories of the West Bank.
In the occupied West Bank.
The occupied West Bank.
The occupied West Bank.
You've heard about violent extremist settlers who've chosen to live right here in this volatile area of the world.
What you haven't heard of is the Philistine settlers who are illegally building structures in the West Bank at the rate of 15 every single day. If we do some quick math, that's 105 per week, 450 a month, or 5,335 every single year. Welcome to our new series where we take you behind the scenes of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, exposing Israel's enemy from deep within. Buckle up, it's going to be a wild ride.
All right, this is an incredible example of what we've got to show you guys today. We have the community of Karnei Shomron above us, Jewish community. And then down below here, we have the Arab squatters that are taking over land in this Samaria region.
So this is one good example of illegal building structures because this is part of a nature reserve, but I think we need to get a closer look. So maybe while I go dive into some of the details of what we're talking about today, maybe you should go up close and see what you can find.
That's it.
It's shocking, I know. The ancient Philistines from the Bible that tried to destroy the people of Israel, Goliath included, have appeared again in our modern times. This time they're well-funded, they're backed by hundreds of NGOs, official international bodies, and the mainstream media. If you haven't figured it out yet, we're talking about the Palestinian Arabs who live in Judea and Samaria. In their own language, they refer to themselves as Philistine, which basically translates to Philistines in English. In actuality, they're simply Arabs who are living in the nation of Israel, but for the purpose of this series, we'll be referring to them as Philistines.
We've dropped Luke off, and my goal now is to document for you guys the fact that there's, from what I understand, from my binoculars view, is that we have Arab squatters up ahead here. Karnei Stream Nature Reserve, Nature and Parks Protection Authority, Civil Administration in Judea and Samaria. That's right here, no West Bank, but Judea, Samaria. So this is a state park, and we're gonna check out what kind of squatting could be happening out here in the hills of Judea and Samaria. According to the sign, this is under the protection of the Judea and Samaria Civil Administration, right? So that's Israeli government protected zone. So let's see if somebody's doing their job out here or not. They got water, fresh water. That's incredible. That's a really great springs. Now, if I was to think back a couple thousand years ago to the time of these folks are named after the actual Philistines, this is kind of what I would think of as like a Philistine encampment. I wish somebody would come out. I'd love to talk to them and ask them if they're actually Philistines. So you guys may be asking, why in the world are we using the word Philistines? Well, literally the Romans, when they took over this area 2,000 years ago, they named the place after they'd conquered it. The biggest smear campaign they could think of is, let's call this place after the Jews' worst enemy, Philistines. So Palestine was taken from Philistines. Now today, we have the namesake, no ancestral connection whatsoever, but they're living out the same dream of the Philistines of Bible times. These guys are it today, literal. Project name, Humanitarian Response Plan for West Bank. Supplying and fixing mobile latrines in Arab Al-Kaholi community. Funded by Government of Canada. Thank you, Canada! You know, state parks, next time they need to put this fence down, though, if they really want Israeli state park hikers to be able to use it. Unfortunately, it's not here for state park hikers. It's actually a part of a big program to support Philistine takeover of Israeli state grounds in order to make a de facto Palestinian state. We like to call it the Philistine state, right? Well, that's actually what's going on. Oh boy, fence is a little bit hard to get over.
If you're wondering what you can do about the illegal land grab happening in Judea and Samaria, let me tell you about our friends at Blessed by Israel, a company that is directly investing in Israel's heartland. Blessed by Israel provides a way for you to strengthen Jewish sovereignty in Israel's heartland while enjoying wonderful products from the families who are boldly settling the land here. Blessed by Israel works in Judea and Samaria with small family-owned businesses to develop their products and bring them to the United States for distribution. They have all kinds of amazing products, each with a beautiful story to tell. For example, when you buy ceramics from Blessed by Israel, you're not just getting a beautiful product from Israel, you're also investing in Batya, a pioneering woman from Itamar who makes these ceramics by hand. Batya and her husband Baruch are in a very crucial area of Israel, surrounded by hostile neighbors, yet they've built something beautiful with their children, their ceramic studio, and hundreds of fruit trees that they've planted. Your purchase is an investment in their family and in the economy of Israel's heartland. So head over to Blessed by Israel, that's blessedbyisrael.com, and enjoy the wonderful products of Israel's heartland. They have things like olive oil, tea, jewelry, soaps, honey, and much, much more. Bring the goodness of Israel into your home while strengthening Israel's presence in Judea and Samaria, the biblical heartland of Israel. Go to blessedbyisrael.com, or click the link in the description below.
The world is obsessed with creating a Philistine state inside Israel's biblical heartland. They claim that Israel is brutally occupying East Jerusalem, Judea, and Samaria, currently home to 850,000 Jews and between 1 and 2 million Philistines. They have a really hard time coming up with an accurate population count. What no one, and I mean no one, seems to realize, however, is that there is a growing, illegal, undercover Philistine state in Judea and Samaria right now under Israel's very nose. And the people that know about it refuse to take the necessary action. Let me explain. The Philistine government has been building illegal structures in Judea and Samaria for years. In the last several years, however, their rate of illegal construction has skyrocketed. As a reminder, the Oslo Accords were signed in 1993. Under this agreement, Judea and Samaria was divided into 3 regions. Areas A and B was designated for the Palestinian Authority. Area C was primarily designated for Israel. Strangely, instead of focusing on their designated areas of Judea and Samaria, the Philistine government has been building illegally in Area C for years. Let me break it down. In 2008, there were 30,000 illegal structures in Judea and Samaria. Today, there are more than 81,000. There's been an 80% increase in this illegal construction just in the last year, and they're currently building at the rate of 450 new illegal buildings every single month. As alarming as this is, however, it's insignificant compared to where they are building these structures.
All right, just to set the tone here, we're in a very important location. We have Jerusalem right on the hillside back behind us, Bethlehem just over the hill on this side, and in the valley below, this is Area C land that today we have Philistines taking over at an incredible rate. I mean, look, hundreds of homes down in this valley below have been taken over. Literally, I just told you, Area C, Israeli lands. This is what we're seeing right here. Hundreds and hundreds of Philistines taking over Israel. Right now in our modern day, this is literally what's happening. What we're gonna do now is, we're gonna head north. So we're south of Jerusalem now. We're gonna head north of Jerusalem and see if this continues, and does it continue to this magnitude? Look at these incredibly massive homes. This is not just small Bedouin town anymore, small little Arab sheds and huts. This is an incredible, massive building that could compare to some of the finest homes you'll find in the world. We're gonna see if we find more of this up north. Okay, so what we have here for sure is illegal building going on. This is in Area C once again. Totally illegal housing going in here. Philistine takeover at its finest. This entire valley on the right side of the road here is completely, again, a Philistine takeover of the land of Israel. This is Area C land being taken over 100% by modern day Philistines. Just building where they want to build, no regard to the state of Israel. Because this is an Area C area, the sign in the front of the village here says this road leads to a Palestinian village. The entrance for Israeli citizens is dangerous. It's not illegal to enter this area for Israelis. because it's Area C. So again, here's a Philistine takeover of Area C land. We are entering into the village. These buildings that we see coming up here, guys, this is no small little kind of takeover. This is a radical. What is this? Did they know we were coming or something? Very unique. Not sure what that's about. Okay, guys, so this is the illegal buildings. Look at these houses. This is massive. No small takeover here. You guys got to see how incredibly large these houses are. And this is, oh my gracious. But we will turn around here, because these small roads can be easy to block off. And with the current jihad that's going around here, this is even a little bit more dangerous than normal. Ready on me? Okay guys, so we jumped out of the truck here. We haven't seen a soul here. So again, this is a Philistine town here. This is the monstrosity. Look at this, marble paved. So anyway, we're here. This is the finest of finest illegal takeovers that you'll probably find on planet Earth. Class like you've never seen. Millions of dollars going into Israeli state land by the Philistines in order to take over. Who was gonna bulldoze such a gorgeous house? Like, this is an outstanding unit. Let's get out of here. Thinking we probably pushed it long enough in a jihad town. We're now just north of Jerusalem in a small Jewish industrial area, again surrounded by Arab squatters. The only note is there's a little different styles on both sides. On this side, we've got a little shanty town, little huts, and on this side, we've got castles, unbelievable sized castles. And just hold on a second, we're gonna zoom into these. You will not believe your eyes at the level of takeover that's happening castle style on this side.
You know, in a targeted and comprehensive plan, the Philistine government is not only building illegal structures in Area C, but they're encircling the Jewish communities of Judea and Samaria. They're building thousands of structures directly adjacent to cities like Beit El, Efrat, Jerusalem, Ma'ale Adumim, Psagot, Karnei Shamron, the highways here in Judea and Samaria, and many, many more. You know, the Philistine government has very little hope of receiving a Palestinian state inside of Israel's territory, but if they can build thousands of illegal structures that will eventually turn into towns and cities that are directly adjacent to the Jewish communities of Judea and Samaria, their hope is to choke the Jewish people and drive them out of the land of Israel. In effect, they're creating a de facto Palestinian, a Philistine state.
Hey you guys, thank you so much for watching. A couple of quick things before you go. If you want to fight the illegal takeover of Israeli state land in Judea and Samaria, make sure to go to blessedbuisrael.com to buy beautiful products from the small family-owned businesses in Judea and Samaria, or click the link down in the description below. Make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and drop your thoughts on today's episode in the comments section below. We have another episode on this very topic coming out next week, so you're gonna wanna subscribe and stay tuned for that. Also, these episodes are much more costly, time-consuming, and complicated for us to shoot and get out to you. So if you want to support the work of the Israel Guys, you can go to theisraelguys.com/donate or click the link down in the description below. Thank you so much for watching.